Krasauska, and I'm lecturer at Vilnius University. In this video, I will tell you about the preparation for the simulation. In preparation for the simulation, it is very important to ensure the participation of all intended teams. The smaller the number of students involved, the more important each participant is. So we suggest setting and planning the simulation date as early as possible and explaining to the students the importance of their participation. In the absence of any group of participants, the simulation becomes much more complicated. Also, if there's a small number of participants and some member of the group does not show up, it is very difficult for the team to participate in negotiations. Our second piece of advice is to find a colleague with whom you would like to share this experience. In the auditorium, it will help to advise students and smoothly implement all stages. And if you do the simulation online, it will be especially important due to possible technical or other barriers. The third thing you need to think about is how the students will prepare for the simulation. There are two ways to start the simulation. The first is to do everything from scratch in the classroom, and the second, to give students the first steps to do them at home. So you have to decide if you want students to start preparing for the simulation before, or whether the information will be presented only in the classroom. If you want students to do the initial preparation on their own, you must also warn them that they need to set aside time for preparation a week or two before the simulation. Also, if the first stages are done at home, you can offer students to create visual material, for example posters, short presentations that they can use in their team presentations. If you perform the simulation online, be sure to pay attention to the information on how to prepare for it in our handbook. The preparation phase for online simulation is crucial. You, as a tutor, have to think about the online platform and all the other processes that will take place during the simulation. The fourth important thing is how the groups will be formed. Our experience shows that it is necessary to assess whether groups of students should be formed randomly or with the help of a lecturer, considering which groups a lecturer would think would work best. The simulation requires active involvement, so it's necessary to consider how certain student groups could influence its course. For example, groups formed from highly expressive students may dominate the entire simulation and overshadow other groups. And the last point, be prepared for students to get confused and ask questions. We don't want to frighten you, but the simulation is surrounded by a lot of questions from students, so be prepared for them, but don't be afraid of the simulation. We highly recommend that you use the simulation. It is absolutely worth the necessary planning or any possible confusion. Thank you for watching. This video was prepared as part of our SimGames project financed by Erasmus Plus Strategic Partnership Program. Check out the two other videos created by project team members and check the link in the video's description for more project materials, including a handbook and 4 different social simulation scenarios.